Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Anis Kemilia binti Saimi. My metric number is 265137.
My name is Nurfatia Shoda binti Marsden, metric number 264608.
Hi, my name is Hana, matrix number 273289.
Hi, my name is Nur Shazrina binti Yaakob and my matrix number is 264562.
For the first question, how the speaker gained attention and interest of the audience. In Emma Watson's speech, she used 5 methods in order to gain attention and interest of the audience. For the first method, which is relate the topics to the audience, which in this case her listener, where she reached help and need everybody to be involved in order to make change. For the second method, state the importance of the topic spoken. In Emma Watson's speech, she stated that she wondered why she was called bossy when she wanted to be a director. She also questions that why her girlfriends stopped playing their favorite sport because they didn't want to appear muscly. By that, show how important the topic to be acknowledged by people that the gender inequality exists. For the third method, arouse curiosity of the audience. Emma Watson questioned her audience why the word feminism such an uncomfortable one. Basically, this method will build suspense regarding the subject discussed. The fourth method is question the audience. In her speech, she asked her audience to ask themselves, if not me, who? If not now, when? The last method is tell a story. In Emma Watson's speech, she did tell a story. She said in her lifetime, she made a gender equality ambassador and the world need more of them.
For question 2 regarding the speaker's credibility, the speaker has successfully established her credibility in this speech. The type of credibility used is by sharing her personal experience and also her friend's experience. For personal experience, she explained it when she was at a young age, she was judged as bossy because she was directed a family play even though she was a girl. For her friend's experience, they didn't want to appear muscly, so they dropped out of their school sports team. As she is also a UN Goodwill Ambassador, she has the trust of the audience regarding this matter. For question 3, regarding the main idea and how the speaker supported it. For the first main idea, understanding the word feminism. She supported it by giving the definition of feminism, which is the belief of men and women should have equal opportunities and rights. She also supported it with brief example when she shared her friends and her personal experience regarding gender inequality issue. For the second main idea, which is to involve men to solve gender inequality, she gives statistics, which is in the Hillary Clinton speech, only 30% of male audience presented in the audience. She also supported it with research done in United Kingdom, which the biggest killer of male of age between 20 to 49 is mental illness because they are afraid of people to look at them as a weak person even though they are men.
Moving on to the next question, which is what type of organization that the speaker used. We assume that she used a problem solution order. In her speech, she stated about the problem of gender inequality which affected people around the world if there are no changes made. While at the end of her speech, she encouraged people, men and women, to step up for their rights.
For question 5, regarding the resources of the language, a very clear and concise language was used in this speech. The speaker uses family words such as man, woman, female, and male in this speech. The usage of these family words and its repetitiveness made the audience focus more on the speech. She also uses concreteness. It can be seen when she explained the exact amount of male audience in the Hillary Clinton speech, which is only 30%. Rather than use the word of young male, she uses the word between the age of 20 to 49, made the audience know the range of age of the research done.
And I will be explaining regarding question number 6. Now, question number 6 asks, what are the types of connectives used by the speaker in the speech? Are they effectively used? And if so, give examples. Now, connectives are phrases that helps to connect the thoughts of the speaker together. There are 4 types of connectives that can be used in a speech. First is transition, second is internal previews, third is internal summaries, and fourth is signposts. In this case of Emma Watson, in this he for she speech, she has managed to use 3 out of the 4 stated types of connectives in this. As an example, she had used a transition when she said, and I quote, "But my recent research has shown me that feminism has now become an unpopular word." End quote. She stated this right after she made her claim as a feminist. She then continued on with her speech by saying, and I quote, "Why has the word become such an uncomfortable one?" End quote. Indicating that she will be reviewing the reasons behind the unpopularity of these words. In this case, she is using internal preview as a connective.
For the question number 7, explain the speaker voice during the speech. There are 5 aspects in Emma Watson's voice. The way Emma Watson delivers her speech is clear as she uses a microphone. For Emma Watson's voice, her volume is not too loud. Her voice is a bit soft, but she managed to speak firmly as the topic she delivered was crucial. The second aspect is a pitch. In her speech, she started her sentence with low pitch and raised it up at the end of her sentence. Thirdly, the aspect of rate. As we observe her speech video, in 1 minute she managed to speak 103 words. So her rate is not too slow and not too fast. In every sentence she spoke, there will be a pause moment before she continue, which lead to the 4th aspect, pauses. With that, she will keep her audience in track. And last but not least, the dialect aspect. As we know, Emma Watson is a famous British actor. Therefore, she used British accent during her speech. For us, it is not really hard to understand her accent because the only difference is in her pronunciation.
Question number 8. Explain the speaker's body during
the speech. Okay, firstly, the elements of body language is physical appearance, which can give visual impact to build connection with the audience in the first sight. For example, the attire and the colors of the attire itself. Okay, the way of the speech delivered by Emma Watson may look like she stands still at a place, but she did not stand rigidly with emotionless facial. Usually in this situation, the movement of the head will be the indicator of emotion while delivering the speech. Okay, for example, she used the movement of head to secure the attention of the audience, which is adequate movement and not excessive as it can distract the focus of the audience. At the early of her speech, she moved her head towards the panels and the audience while greeting each of them. Next, she also shook her head at minutes of 8:16 to express her disappointments towards the ideas that the public have.
Question number 9. What kind of reasoning that speaker relies throughout the speech? Explain.
Reasoning from specific performance, reasoning from principle, casual reasoning, analogical reasoning, and fallacies. Okay, the most significant reasoning that speaker used throughout her speech was reasoning from specific instances. Specific instances started from the particular facts which lead to a general conclusion, which sometimes the specific instances may be coming from the speaker's experience in daily life. Okay, during the speech of campaign He for She, Emma Watson used her daily life and experience as the example to make up a conclusion. The speaker told her personal experience being treated unfairly since 8 years old in her speech, which can be seen from minutes 150 to minutes 223.
Hi, back again. Now for question number 10, it asks us, what type of emotional appeal does the speaker use? Are they effectively used? Explain. In this case of this speech, speaker Emma Watson had used multiple emotional appeals on her listeners, some of the obvious ones being the feeling of injustice, as well as motivational appeal. Now, she had stated her feeling of injustice when she said she felt very confused when she was called bossy at age 8 simply because she wanted to direct her school plays while the boys weren't. And she also had used motivational appeal on her listeners when she urges the men in her audience, and I quote, to reclaim those parts of themselves that they've abandoned in fighting gender equality.
Question number 11. What methods are used to prepare the audience for the ending of the speech?
Based on the speech, the speaker, Emma Watson, successfully used both crescendo and dissolved endings in her speech. She managed to play with her emotions when she changed the tone of her voice right before the end of the speech, and she used the dramatic statement to reinforce her point. From this, we can see that she let the audience acknowledge that she is already at the end of the speech when she encouraged the audience to step forward and stand with her fighting for gender equality. She also asked the audience, if not me, who? If not now, when? As a closing for her speech before she said thank you.
Now for question number 12, it asks us, how does the speaker reinforce her central idea? Now there are 4 ways to reinforce the central ideas. One of them being to summarize them. Second is to end your speech with a quotation. Third is to make a dramatic statement, as well as the last one is to refer back to your own introduction. For the case of Emma Watson, this is particularly he for she speech. She had managed to use 3 out of 4 stated methods to reinforce her central ideas. As an example, Emma Watson had used a quotation from English statement Edmund Burke, and I quote, all that is needed for the forces of evil to triumph is for enough good men and women to do nothing at the end of her speech. Through this particular quote, she had managed to convince not only the women but the men to come and join her in fighting gender inequality.